Hello everyone. Welcome back to LoFi Yoga, where we aren't afraid of change, but we are, however, afraid of vulnerability, roller coasters, and bugs. Anyway, this intro is going to be a little bit longer than usual, so if you'd like to find a nice easy seat, that's where we're going to begin anyway. You can go ahead and get comfortable with a blanket, sitting on a blanket or on a block if you'd like, and you can close your eyes. Let's begin with a nice deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 3, 2, 1, and breathe out 2, 3, 4. So today's practice is going to be dedicated to Shiva, who is known as the god of destruction, and his primary role is to end the cycles of time, which usually happens every 2,160,000 years, and he brings an end to the current cycle and ushers in the creation of the next one. And if you're into astrology or anything like that, you know that there's been lots of energy in the air of endings and new beginnings and planting the seeds for what you want to come into future. But even if you're not into any of that, it is December, which means we are reaching the end of the cycle of this year. So I figured now would be the time to focus on the god of endings and new beginnings and destruction and creation, and create a little new energy for ourselves. So there are 3 poses we're going to be spending time with today, and they're all named for Shiva. The first one is the Shiva squat. We're also going to be getting into dancing Shiva, and the last one is, it's a very long name, Lord Shiva Cycle of Life Dance, which from here on out I'll be referring to as his Sanskrit name, Devasana. This video is also going to be a choose your own adventure type video, which I'm starting to love making. They're one of my favorites, and I hope that it's enjoyable for you guys as well to be able to pause or stop anywhere that you feel like you've done enough and you can skip to the end. And yeah, I think I said everything. Oh no, I always have to offer this. If you find your mind wandering to your Christmas lists or any travel plans you're trying to solidify, and you're looking for something to ground yourself back into the practice, I offer the mantra, I embrace change with grace, knowing that it will bring growth. That's everything officially. So keep an ear out for my toaster oven timer to let you know when you can stop and skip ahead to the end if you're interested in that. And I hope you enjoy. Just go ahead and take these next few breaths to arrive on the mat. Center yourself for your practice and get comfortable. Wherever you find yourself in your breath, on your next inhale, you can go ahead and bring those arms up overhead. Get a nice stretch going. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist to the right for a nice easy twist. Right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. And then inhale back to center and twist to the left. Right hand to the left knee, left arm behind you for support. Inhale your way back to center, and then go ahead and stretch over to the right side. Drop that right hand down, left hand reaches across. Go ahead and take an inhale and look up. And then exhale, look down. And then inhale your way back to center. And then take a nice stretch to the left. Inhale as you look up. And then exhale to look down. And then you're just going to inhale your way back up to center. You can take a nice little back bend if you'd like. It's optional, as always, just a nice extra stretch. And then from there, you're going to find a tabletop position and then take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale as you drop the belly, lift the gaze. And then exhale as you round the spine and press the ground away. The next time you find yourself taking an inhale, go ahead and come to a neutral spine. And you're going to step back with the right foot and press through that heel to get a nice calf stretch. You can rock back and forth, or you can just press through the heel consistently, whichever feels good. I like to rock back and forth. And from there, you're going to step that right foot to the left corner of the mat behind you and look over your left shoulder. Nice side body stretch. And then with an exhale, you're going to crunch and bring that knee to your right elbow and then step it back. Keep moving with your breath and take your time and enjoy the stretch. As you bring that right leg out to the side one final time, go ahead and step it down. And then you're just going to press back with your hips towards that left heel. And again, you can rock here, or you can just completely sit back onto the heel. And this is going to stretch out the inner thigh. You can also walk the hands forward and completely fold if you'd like. If not, you can just stay with your chest lifted. Wherever you are, inhale and look forward. And you're just going to take a breath and inhale that left arm up, and then exhale and bring it across the body. Drop that left shoulder, left ear, and you can press through the right hand, or you can inhale and go for the half bind, reaching behind for the right hip or the left hip. And if you want a little more of a challenge, you can go ahead and come to the toes and then lift that foot. If you did lift, go ahead and bring it down to the mat. Inhale that arm up and bring it down to the mat, and then undo that stretch. Go ahead and take some hip circles or sways, whatever feels good here, just to give your back a little break. And then we're going to repeat that on the left side. So when you're ready, step back with the left foot, pressing through the heel. Nice calf stretch, and again, you can rock or just stay pressed back. And after a moment, you're going to bring that left foot to the right corner of the mat behind you while you look over your right shoulder. And exhale as you bring that left knee to the left elbow and a nice side crunch. And then keep going back and forth, extending out through the heel and then crunching that knee into the elbow. And on this last round, you're going to step that foot out to the left side, pressing all the way through the outer edge of that foot, and then rock back and forth on your hips to the heel. And of course, you can fold all the way over, or you can just keep your chest lifted. come on up with an inhale, and we're going to inhale that right arm up and across the body. Drop the right shoulder, right ear, and you can go for a half bind if you'd like, or you can just press into that left hand on the mat. And if you want to stretch a little bit more, you can come onto those left toes and then lift the toes. This is all optional. It's still a good stretch even without all the extras. If you did lift, go ahead and drop the toes down, undo that bind, and then reach up with that right arm with an inhale. I don't know my left from my right, you guys know this. Anyway, go ahead and sway your hips, make some circles, whatever feels good, just for a moment. From here, we're going to sit back onto the heels. Very carefully roll on up, making sure your head is the last thing to come up, stacking your spine. And we're just going to come up onto our knees, and you can extend the arms straight out in front of you like I am. You can bring your arms up overhead. You can make more of like a sweeping gesture, whatever feels good. I'm just going to do this for a few rounds. The next time you are up on your knees, go ahead and stay there. And you're just going to reach the arms up, grab a hold of the right wrist with the left wrist, right hand, stretch over to the right. We'll get it, guys. We'll get there eventually. Nice exhale here. Inhale back to center, and then stretch over to the left, grabbing the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale. Inhale back to center, and then we're just going to take some twists one side to the other. So we're going to look over the right shoulder, left arm forward, and then over the left shoulder, right arm forward. You want to make sure you keep your hips as squared towards the front of the mat as you can. Make your way back to center, and then we're going to, you can take a vinyasa here if you'd like. It's optional, or you can just go ahead and step those feet to your hands and find a nice forward fold. Just take a moment here in the forward fold. I grabbed my blocks because I wanted a little support for what's coming next. Go ahead and inhale, extend, stretch out that spine. And then exhale, fold one more time. And inhale, come all the way up. Bring the arms up overhead. Bring the palms together through the heart center and release for a nice, strong, sturdy mountain. From there, you're going to inhale, reach the arms up, and sit your glutes back to the heels for a chair pose. Let your arms frame your ears. Make sure you're tucking your tailbone, and then exhale, find a nice forward fold, and we're going to step back with the left foot just behind, a little bit at an angle, and you're going to bend both knees. And then you're just going to inhale and find a supported warrior 3, and then inhale or exhale and bend into that Shiva squat. Inhale to warrior 3, one more time, Shiva squat. Exhale. Inhale, press through the heel. And then you're going to release and take a nice little forward fold. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, fold one more time. Inhale, root down to the feet and rise on up. We're going to take another chair. So we're just going to sit back into our hips. Make sure you tuck your tailbone to keep your spine nice and straight. And then exhale. Bring your hands to the blocks or the mat, and we're going to step back that right leg, bending both the knees with an exhale. Inhale, stretch it out to warrior 3. Check in with your toes to make sure that they're actually pointing down towards the mat, and you want your hips squared. And the last one, we're just going to step the feet out a little bit wider than hips distance, and we're going to grab the opposite elbows and take a nice ragdoll, bending into those knees and just swaying it out. ahead and take a nice inhale and lengthen out the spine for a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold one more time. And then inhale as you lift, arms up overhead. Seal through heart center, find a mountain pose. You're going to go ahead and inhale, grab a hold of the right wrist with the left hand and stretch over to the right side. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, grab the right wrist with the left hand and stretch over to the left side. I'll get it one time, guys, I swear. Inhale back to center. And then we're going to go ahead and find a nice chair. Just for a moment, for your inhale, lift that right knee up about waist height. And then you're going to go ahead and grab a hold of it and bring it out to the side. You can also go into full hand to foot pose and go ahead and grab your toes and stretch all the way out. It's up to you. From here, you're going to place the sole of your foot either against the ankle, the calf, or the upper thigh like I have here, and find a nice sturdy tree pose. And when you're ready, go ahead and grow some branches. And you have the option here to take a side bend. It's totally optional. If you're not up for the balance challenge, then just go ahead and keep breathing, lengthening up through the spine. And take your time and enjoy. If you did take a side bend, whenever you're on your last side, inhale back to center, and then go ahead and exhale and take a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch out that spine. Exhale, fold, and then inhale, rise all the way up into a nice mountain. One more time. From here, we're going to exhale, sit back into a chair, tuck that tailbone. I always forget to do that, so inhale, bring the left knee up to hip height, and then bring it out to the side. And again, you can also go into full hand to foot pose. You could also use a strap or a towel if you really want to go all out. We're just here for a moment, and then go ahead and bring the foot either to the ankle, calf, or upper thigh. Find a nice sturdy tree, and when you're ready, exhale and grow some limbs. You have the option to take a side bend both directions on this side as well, or you can just continue to breathe and stretch up, reach for the sun. If you did take that side bend, on your last side, you're going to inhale back up to center, and then go ahead and exhale as you find a nice ragdoll fold. Step the feet out a little wider than hips distance, hug the elbows, and sway it out. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, fold it down, and then inhale, root down through the feet and rise up for a nice mountain pose, sealing the hands through heart center. You're going to go ahead and take an exhale, sit the hips back, nice chair pose, arms up. Make sure you draw those shoulders back. And then you're just going to tuck the left elbow outside the right knee. Take a nice twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rise up. Now we're going to come into our dancing Shiva, and you can modify this the same way we did with the hand to foot pose and keeping the knee bent, or you can go all the way in and grab a hold of your toes and then just twist to bring the right arm behind you. This is like a revolved version of the hand to foot pose, just a little more of a balance. Gonna release, take a nice forward fold, and exhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold, inhale, rise up, find your mountain, sink it into a nice chair, and then you're going to twist to the left and hook the right elbow outside the left knee for a revolved chair. Inhale to release back to center, arms up. And we're going to find our dancing Shiva on the other side. So you're going to bring the left arm back and grab a hold of either the knee or the foot on the left side with the right hand. And hold for a round of breath before you release, and then find a nice ragdoll. Arms up, grab those elbows, opposite sides, sway it out. On your next inhale, you're going to go ahead and halfway lift, stretch it out, exhale, fold, inhale, rise up, find your mountain. And now we're going to very carefully make our way into Tandavasana. So we're going to extend the arms up overhead, grab the left wrist with the right hand, step the left foot back, and you can balance yourself on the outer edge of the left foot, or you can just step that left foot behind the right one. It is going to be more challenging to balance. And we're just going to exhale, release, take a nice forward fold. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, fold again. And then inhale, rise up into a mountain pose. And then we're going to find Tandavasana on the other side. So we're going to reach those arms up overhead, grab the right wrist with the left hand, stretch it over to that left side, step back with the right foot, and again you can just plant that foot behind you, or you can come to the outer edge of the right foot and just pause for a moment there. And when you're ready, go ahead and exhale, release, hold, and then find a nice ragdoll fold. Grab those opposite elbows and sway it out. If you're using blocks, you want to go ahead and grab those, and we're just going to take a forward fold with a twist. So you're going to bend into the left knee and reach up with the right arm, stack the shoulders, just pause for a moment, inhale and then exhale, drop both hands down, and then inhale, lift the left arm up, stacking the shoulders, and then exhale back down. We're going to inhale, take another twist to the right. And this time I went for a half bind. You can just keep reaching up, stack those shoulders, either way. If you did bind, inhale up and then release with an exhale before we inhale the left arm up. And again, optional half bind. As long as the shoulders are stacked, that's what's important. If you did bind, go ahead and inhale that left arm up and then exhale, release down to the blocks. Now we're going to find a nice figure four fold. Sit kind of like chair, but more of a balance. This is a nice hip opener. You can also bring your hands to the blocks if you want a little more support. Do whatever side you need to do first. We're going to do it on both sides either way. So we're going to release and then go ahead and find a figure four on the other side, whatever your other side is. The blocks are there if you want a little more support. Do whatever feels good here. You can also take the figure 4 seated, if that makes it even easier, or reclined. That's always nice for the back. Now we're just going to inhale our arms up and sit into a nice little yogi squat. You can bring a block underneath you if you want to just fully relax. Give yourself a little bit of a break here, but do what you need to do. Got our hands at heart center, and now we're just going to inhale, drop the left hand, reach the right arm up, and then take that on the other side. Left arm up, right hand down to the mat. From there, we're going to carefully sit and then come onto our backs. With a nice exhale, we're just going to bring both knees to the chest, give ourselves a nice little hug, and rock from side to side, and eventually let that become small circles in one direction and then the other. Take your time, and if any spot feels particularly good, feel free to linger and enjoy it. From here, we're going to exhale, keep the right knee tucked in and extend the left leg out, flex both of the feet. And we're just going to bring the right knee across the body. You can open both arms to a T or just one and use the other hand to add a little weight to the knee to sort of draw it towards the ground, really deepen the stretch. And just inhale your way back to center, switch legs, bringing the left knee into the chest, squeezing for just a moment with a nice exhale. And then go ahead and draw the left knee towards the right side of the body. And the same thing, you can bring both arms out into a T or just extend the left arm and keep the right hand on top of that knee just to add a little weight to draw it down to the ground. And my props, still holding true on that one at least. Some things I don't think are ever going to change. And then from there, you're just going to go ahead and grab a hold of the outer edges of both feet and find a nice happy baby. Rock side to side. It's always my favorite pose. It feels really good on my back. But yeah, and once you've rocked a few times, feel free to take any other poses you really feel called to. If there's something that we didn't get into that you really want to stretch, feel free to do so. And then stretch out, take some space, and enjoy a nice Shavasana. At this point, I want to remind you of the mantra from the beginning of the video. This is a good time to recall. I embrace change with grace, knowing that it brings growth. As much as I hate to interrupt a nice restful moment, I would like to invite you to bring some small movements into your body, whether that be pointing and flexing the feet, making circles with the hands, rocking your head from side to side, before you gently roll into the fetal position on either the left or right side, before coming up into an easy seat, which is where we began. As I always do on these videos, I have to say thank you so much for sitting with me. I hope that you chose the best adventure for yourself today. I hope that whatever cycles are ending for you, you are excited and happy and grateful to be experiencing them. And before I release you into the world, as we do around these parts, let's take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 3, 2, 1, and breathe out 2, 3, 4. Have a good rest of your day and be well.